All right, hopefully this thing is going to be loud enough um, that you can hear it. I'm recording on my laptop, I'm on my Mac, as you can tell, and I'm doing a training recap for my trades today. I haven't shared many recently. I've been recording them, just not sharing them. Today was an interesting day. Lots of things that I learnt, and lots of lots of things that I learned, and lots of um, takeaways. A lot of it has to do with emotion, and I think I'm at this stage where right now I'm trying to deal with this emotion and how to trade without emotions. Whilst emotions are good, um, I mean, they're not bad. Uh, they do certainly help you with trades. Um, yeah, but at the same time, they need to be in check. All right. I was going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about that later. This is just a trading recap. I took trades on Tesla, BA, PTON, and ROKU. Those are the four that I traded today. Um, yeah, my first trade was on Tesla. It was wasn't a good trade. It wasn't a good trade, and as a result, I started my day badly. And I'll explain what I was looking at and why I took the trade that I took. All right, so where are we? So let's look at the overall chart of what Tesla was doing before the open, and maybe what I should do is just take screenshots before the open to kind of see what it is. This is Tesla now. We are in a trading range, and we sold off heavily on Friday and gapped up this morning. I knew we were going to gap up. Well, at least I felt we had a high chance of gapping up. I marked this zone on, I can't remember, I think it was Saturday I drew this zone. But even just looking at the price action, we had we were at the bottom of the channel, and we had a wedge bottom as well. So chances are we were going to gap up. But what was kind of a bit of annoying was the fact that we gapped up halfway into the range early, and we formed a wedge. Now, this is something that I have to control, especially when I know I'm at the top of the range. It's never a good idea to just take a trade right there, and I did that. I went short round about here. I hesitated, went short round about here. So let's, I'm going to use this chart to kind of talk about this. So as I said, we had this wedge over the last few days. So we double topped here, and I think now I'm looking at this, I see the clue. We have 1, 2, 3. So there's a third push, double top, and so this was the push down. And I just did not look at that. Didn't notice that. I didn't see that we had already made a wedge here. So of course, price reversed. At the time, I was just looking at this candle, and I just thought, okay, this is a wedge. This is the final fourth push, maybe, and we're going down. I didn't consider this double top, and I should have put my stop here to reduce the loss that I made. But anyway, I went short, and I just did not know. And I've noticed now looking at this, but at the time, when we broke this, I thought we were going to go down. I thought we were trending down. I did not consider the fact that we had already started a trend, and this was the third push down. I thought this was just the first push, and this was, something else. Or maybe this was the second push, and we're going to have a third push. I forgot to consider the fact that this was push 1, push 2, and this was push 3. Anyway, so went short around here, first with 8 contracts, and then when we got up here again, we pulled back. When we go back up here, I bought another 8, so I had 16 contracts, put contracts. and then price just reversed, and got out around here. I kind of said to myself, this is not working out. I was down $5,000 at this point. Wasn't panicking, and just thought, okay, it's really early in the morning. Chances are we'll probably, go back up or something, or something will change. So I stopped trading Tesla at this point and went into something else. Now, before I go into that, I went to PTON. PTON had a similar setup in the sense that the previous day we had sold off, and we had come again into this demand region. So I'm going to show this on a 15-minute. We had this range and marked this demand region. I didn't actually think we would make it because when the markets in the morning I saw we had gone up, I didn't think we would hit here. And then when we did, I was already in Tesla and I was feeling, and I kept looking at this saying, I really should be in here. I really should be in here. But I was just, sticking to my plan and being stubborn. Anyway, looked at the 5-minute chart. I noticed this candle had printed. I got out of Tesla around the 15-minute mark and then just jumped in here. First with 20 contracts, then 15 contracts. Then I got to 100 contracts here, and I rode this thing all the way up. When we're up here, I was saying to myself, I should get out. We're $7,000 up. We pulled back. And this was a long, lengthy pullback. My stomach was dirty. Price was down here. I think we were down on the contract. So I think we got in here with the last few contracts, but we were down here by about $200-300. And price moved up. I tried to get out a few times because I was looking at this on 2-minute, and it was just taking its time. I couldn't get a feel. When we got here, tried to get out again because we were $8,000 up. Looking at P&L, could not get out. And then when we got here, this is where I eventually just hit the bid, and I got out around here for a profit of about $7,000 something. So that wiped out my Tesla loss. However, oh yeah, I think I was in profit for about $1,000 or so. Anyway, later in the day, I saw this candle popped. I was looking at my phone. I thought, oh my god, I should get in. I jumped in, bought 1,500 shares, sold them round about here just to make the little gain that I have of 358. I was very upset because of the way this had traded. We were really high up, but as you can see, we had a small pullback bull trend and it went sideways. But I was really upset because I felt like we'd done so well to get this far, all the way from down here. Made like almost $10,000. Had we held, we probably made more, but just could not get out. I just decided to stop trading PTON. Then I went on to BA, and I just, again, did not, my plan for BA was a bit different. I thought we had this wedge, so we're obviously going to come down. And now look at it, it did work out, but I did not take it short in time because, as you can see, we did push down 3 times. First, second, and this is the wedge. So this was the third push down, and of course we now had a change in direction and we went up. I bought some shares. I first bought some contracts and I hit the market and sold them. I went long and then sold them because I was losing patience. Yeah, it was here. I bought some and then sold. It came down and lost some money on that, about $300 odd. And they now have this rise. I'm looking at it now. I see, had I sort of been patient and played this setup, this would have been a beautiful rise because you're going to come and test this area. Every time you have a wedge bottom, you always test this candle. Pause. Yeah, I'm trading in my partner's parents' house, so their kids Leah's crying. Anyway, so we came up here, and of course this is the test of this high, obviously from the bigger wedge. So normally this is what you get, but again I just did not hold. Wasn't looking at this. I only have one screen, so could not really take my time. I tried to get in again when this bar printed. It was chopping around for a bit, and I just lost patience and I left. I think I also got upset because of the next trade I took, which was on ROKU. So with ROKU, we were all the way up here. Okay, actually, before we even do that, let's talk about what I was seeing on ROKU. So ROKU 2 had the same setup, sold off here. Oh yeah, this was what I saw. Tight channel, sold off because of earnings. So I thought, okay, we're going to go back up. So, and then we came back down. And I said, okay, this is a higher low, major trend reversal. So we should start heading up to test this and ultimately test this. So I marked these levels. I actually was hoping that we would break this level and go up because we had come down. But that didn't happen. We came up and we went sideways. So my plan today was we were going to take it from this level, and obviously we're in the trading range sideways. And since this is lower low, this is a higher low. So this is a down, this is a up. As you can see, a second leg up coming up. It's obviously testing the top of this channel. So we took it short here. I wasn't very convinced with the short because we're in a strong uptrend. I was hoping we would come all the way up here. When we took it short here, and I mismanaged this trade. Did not manage it well at all. So let's look at the 2-minute chart, because now I look at it, and sometimes when you trade a 2-minute, you get false signals. It's like trading a 1-minute, and I have to be very careful with this. So I'm just going to remove this here. So I went short here with 400 shares, but I didn't really get a good fill. Came down. I was aiming for the VWAP, which was around, there's a chart here that has a VWAP on it. Yeah, let's use this chart. So my first target was a VWAP, and I did not hold, I didn't want to, I didn't want to follow this trade through because, and weirdly, it hit the target. But the first target was a VWAP. We were up here, we're coming down, we pushed twice. VWAP was here, and then we pulled back strongly. And this is where I started to get annoyed. I remember sometimes we get a double top, so I thought, okay, I'm going to hold. Maybe we'll get a double top. We came down to this top, came down, and then we pulled back, and that's where I got really frustrated. I put an order to get out with a profit of 144 because I just thought I'll just move on because this could just keep going back up. But I didn't really look at the left. As you can see, the bars are not as strong. So then I got out and I set an order, a limit order, or maybe a stop to get out at a profit of 144 bucks. I ended up losing with that order, and I got out with negative 35. So I was very annoyed. Oh, by the way, same thing happened with PTON. We were up about 9,000 something. I tried to get out, set an order for me to get out. I couldn't get out. The volume was so low. I had 100 contracts, for crying out loud, and the volume or the open interest was 275. So I just got an impression that no one's going to hit it. So I hit the bid, and that took off $3,000. So I came out with a profit of about 7,000 odd. But anyway, what's frustrating here is look at this price. Eventually did hit the VWAP, and yeah, this would have been a good trade. And I mean, over here was about $1,000. Down at VWAP was about 2,000. I know I'm looking at the PNL again, but I think we would have made some really, really good money here to add to our gains already. Later on, I saw this and I thought, oh my god, why didn't I take this? This was annoying. But then later on, I took this. I bought this bar round about here, came here, chopped around for a bit, got out here for a tiny profit, took away our little loss. Oh yeah, so why did I lose that? So basically what happened was when we were up here, I got angry and then shorted it again. It went up and I lost about $400 something. That messed me up for the rest of the day. I took it long from here, got out over here because I just knew that whatever happens, we've tried, we've not even broken this. The moving average is in a way, or whatever is stopping us from moving forward. Let's just forget about it. Let's just stay short. Let's just get out. And as I got out, this bars started printing and went down. And now I have a real wedge. Bottom. So that was ROKU. I think that was my trading day. In total, we were first 700. Oh, 1500. Anyway, I think it's 14 something. We're first $700 down. Not down, sorry. We're first $5,000 down, which was this. Oh yeah, we took another trade on Tesla. Bought like 3 Tesla options. I'll see where we got in, and I'll tell you why I did that. And this is the thing. I bought 2 options. I didn't really care, and this is how much I did not care about where I was or how I was trading. So where was the Tesla is rallying strongly. I bought 2 options here. It just didn't get any higher, and then it just dropped, and then I lost money when we came here, and that brought my loss from 5,000 whatever to 5,700 something. So at that point I was frustrated. But this is the PTON one, $8,000 on one trade, which is great. Yeah, so that was the trading day today. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. This I can handle, but this is not acceptable. This is just FOMO, bad management. I know this seems like a lot in terms of risk, but I think what I did, which kind of helped me out, was I scaled in a bit, and I had this, I was playing with a bit of a tight stop. I put my stop way at the bottom, and I knew that if it was coming down, I was just gonna get out like I did with Tesla. So I wasn't feeling emotional, so I was happy with that, which was important. But I think FOMO, jumping in at the open, things are happening so quick, it's easy to mess this up. There are lots of opportunities today, and I think that's something I need to be very aware of, that if I am ever going to trade something like this, I need to be very aware of the fact that there are lots of opportunities. I've got to use every opportunity I have to make money. All right, that was my trading day. We'll see. Maybe might not trade tomorrow, but we'll see. I have some work to do.